Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today it's a combo request by BertiBert, one of my trusty, shall we say, squad mates, and also one of my moderators on my Discord server. And he has requested the Panzer IV F2 and the HS129 B3, the Panzer Quacker. This is going to be a very interesting combo, let's just say that. So the Panzer IV is more of a, well, we know about the Panzer IV. I mean, it's a Panzer IV F2. This thing is very well known for having people who, shall we say, love to pad their stats in it. You've had people cheat in this tank, because I have seen cheater replays of people using this tank to cheat specifically because of that gun. And it's more of a glass cannon, but it's still a bloody good glass cannon. 50mm of armor ain't stopping a lot, but there are some lucky bounces you may get on the turret if someone misaims it. But in general, if you hit a Panzer IV, you're probably already dead, so, or at least close to death. And if you somehow survive more than 3 shots in a Panzer IV, you're lucky, let's just say that. But today isn't really special because, well, we've seen the Panzer IV F2 before. This is the more interesting vehicle. This is the HS129 B3. As you can tell, this thing carries a huge 75mm cannon. It's essentially the same as the Panzer IV's gun. I believe it's the early Panzer IV's gun, like the one we have on the F2, if I just check the penetration. Yeah, it is. Because if it was the L48, it'd be pushing into the 140s. But we've got a choice of 3 types of ammunition: APHE, HVAP, and ground targets, which is basically HE. We're not going to be using that. We're going to be using the default round. The HVAP is better in the higher tiers, but even then, if you're attacking from above, you can still penetrate any tank in the game from above, and even the rear of most heavier tanks at the higher tiers, because I have seen people use this thing in the higher tiers. And a small amount of explosive charge will come more than useful. But other than that, I should say, we do have additional weaponry. We do have the 7.92s. However, I'm splitting my guns for the purpose of this, and I will be keeping the 7.92s as emergency weapons if needed. However, if we do happen to get to fire a 75 APHE at a plane, we will take the opportunity, because, well, who does not want to see a Panzer Quacker plane? But yeah, the B3 is a plane that I haven't flown in a long time. When I last spaded it, when I did spade it, I wasn't too impressed by its flight performance, but the gun was more than adequate, and the machine guns were very nice to have as backup. But hey, at least we're teamed up with a Buster, so we might just get some work. And depending on the map, which I was about to say, I'll see you on the first game, but nope. And it's a Battle of Hurricane Forest, which is not a great map. But with the amount of area that we do have, and this is a max up tier, I can tell you that right now, the Panzer Quacker may just work. The Panzer IV will work. The L43 gun is more than capable. And, well, I've always liked the L43. And the L48, which is on the Panzer IV G and J, I think? No, it's on the J and the H, if I remember rightly. That's a perfectly serviceable weapon. But I'm going to take a right, because people do tend to... Yeah, look, Panzer IV H, we're max up tiered. Same with that flak boss. One thing I don't like about the Panzer IVs now is that they've changed the engine sound on them. Come on, out my way. Yeah, they've changed the engine sound on them, so they now sound like Ferdinands. Not very nice, because, well, it's not got the same engine as a fucking Verdi. Yeah, look at that T-34. Jesus Christ, he's going like a bat out of hell. Where's he going? That wasn't actually that far off, so I don't play Panzer IVs that much anymore. I will have to when the new patch comes out as well. Hey, that was not a bad shot. That should have been a transmission hit, but blood and bias, comrade. Because, well, who doesn't love a bit of Russian bias? But the Panzer IVs, which, well, when this video comes out, the patch will have dropped. But if you haven't looked at the new modifications that these Panzer IVs are getting, same with a couple of Stugs. I think the NASA one's even getting it. It's called Ostketten, which I believe means east track, and basically it's a thicker track for use in, well, for use in Russia. Basically, they needed better traction because, well, the Panzer IV just didn't have a big enough track to support its own weight in like mud and snow. I saw that. Oh, fuck off. That should have gone right through. And yet he dies to a fucking Puma. Get stuffed. I'm not saying it's bias, but bias. Like, come on. The 75 can't crack it through the front, and yet a 50mm can from the side. Jesus fucking Christ. So how much do we need to get Panzer back? 540. I can feel a sneeze coming on because I didn't take my hay fever tablet this morning. So if I start sniffling and stuff like that, I can only apologise. That is just that's my hay fever. Yeah, not a bad shot. Would have been nice if we got a gunner as well, but oh, where is he? He's behind that bush. Okay, I'll accept that. That was never penetrating. I think he's behind there. Yes, he is. So I've just removed his only cover by missing. Am I gonna readjust? Because that should have been on target. I think he's hold down. That explains it. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Oh, there, he's beyond that bush. That's fair enough. I think, yeah, it was a chaffee. He just hit me in the gun barrel. That's fine. Yeah, I tend to take Panzer IV gameplay very more passive. I'm not aggressive in Panzer IVs. They're not meant to be aggressive. 94 Kemp, what's that moving? KV-1. One shot at KV-1. To the average German player, that is satisfying. Okay, we've got enough of the plane, so even if we do die, it's no big deal. What are you doing out there in that? Surely that would have blown his wheel off. I mean, it's a 75 armor piercing. Tires nowadays flatten if you look at them funny, and yet a 75 armor piercing doesn't do shit to a fucking truck. I've officially seen it all now. Right, we might as well go a bit more aggressive because, well, we've got the spawn points for the plane, so that guy's dead. Where was that T-34 that I saw earlier, actually? I can't see him. I'm gonna have to shoot a tree. Got his gunner. There we go. Throw enough shit at the wall. What was that? What was that? Back up, back up, back up. I think I saw it. It's up there, I think. Yeah, it was. T-34 1940. I got double tapped then. So that's why I died there. I got double tapped. One hit in the front took out turret, rest of it took out ammo and stuff like that. Not a bad spot that in. I'll give him that. I just saw a glint of his tank and I was like, that looks like a tank, and sure enough it was. I was dead anyway, even if he didn't kill me in that shot. But yeah, we're now in a Panzer Quacker. I haven't flown this thing in a long time. It's been a couple of years, let's just say that. I was panicking then, thought that was an enemy plane. It's not, thankfully. But yeah, that is pretty typical of Russian tanks, bouncing stuff they shouldn't. I mean, flat 100mm plate, and yet it doesn't penetrate. Like, come on. Not saying it's Russian bias, but it's Russian bias. Right. Let's have a look around. Can we deal with that little shit that's camping behind those rocks? I don't see him at the moment, but I can at least... Ooh, it's this 30. I can kill that even without the 75. I don't even have to use a 75 on that thing. Is that a M10? Trying to shoot down a plane? I mean, I can see the reasoning behind that, but at the same time, you're an M10, so you're not exactly designed for this. Oh, that was horrible. That was horrible as well, but at least I've disabled most of the turret. Yeah, I think he died. I think we got the assist for it, not sure. As long as no enemy aircraft come in the area, we'll be okay. Just remember, this is a under-mounted 75mm. I am not used to it. I wasn't far off. There we go. I don't play this plane very often, so you can understand my shit aim with it. In fact, I don't remember the last time I did play this tank or this plane. Same with the Panzer IV, really. Like, I don't play these tanks and planes very often, so I'm a bit rusty. That's the guy from earlier. Let's see if we can... Oh, that was just a bit too high. There we go. It was an Achilles. Same thing. Have we got any enemy aircraft coming? No, not at the moment. I'm just gonna spin the plane around and have a look. Oh, great. The guy that popped me earlier is in a fucking aisle too, and that's an AA. Ow, 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 ow. Stop, stop, stop. Look, if I lose an engine, I'm not making it home. Give me credit. That was fucking lucky. And yes, I did just blast him in the face with a 75mm. I didn't think that would hit, but... My god, that is perfect. Oh god, that is worthy. This, no matter what happens to this plane, this match is worthy. Where's that AA? Because he needs to go, but fuck me, that was a good shot. I didn't even think that would hit, but I just thought, sod it. There's no harm in trying after all. I mean, if you're gonna try something, you might as well give it a shot. Nah, we can get away with that one. That's a crit to the tail. I just missed him, so that's why I couldn't get the shots on target. Ow, I needed that. Oh no. I needed that. I kinda needed that. I've still got rudder, but I've only got one flap. We've got problems, and that's putting that lightly. Am I gonna back up for anything? Oh yeah, I've got to back up for the dock, but... Well, Panzer quacker, but even so. It appears to be flying okay, but both engines are leaking oil. We're gonna try and get this thing home. Okay, no we're not, we're going in. Squirrels, be nice. It's a duck. It's trying to get home. Oh god, oh. That was rather anticlimactic. There we go. Well, we tried to get it home, but when a duck gets low on speed and you have no tail control, there's not a lot you can do. Okay, yeah, I didn't have enough SP, that's why. Never mind. But hey, not a bad result. Getting an air kill with the 75mm on a fucking duck. Who would have thought that? But cracking shot on my part. Really enjoyed that. Thanks for the request, Bertie. If you've got any requests, do put them in the comments below, and I'll see you all on the next one.